And you're watching the NBA
Let's
on
go.
2K Sports. And tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Chicago Bulls. Welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan and David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Last season with the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram became a star. Often his own toughest critic, Ingram said, "My motivation is being the best I can be. I can't be perfect, but if I do all I can, I think I can be close to perfect." Kevin, he's putting in the work to get as close as he can. Back to you.
He is indeed, DA. Thank you. So a moment now to see the story for Lauri Markkanen.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Williams. And it's Gafford in at the center position. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Lonzo Ball out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at center. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what? Or
Never lacking in creativity. I mean, when it comes to dunking, Ball excels at getting nasty.
Here's White, and it goes down 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance.
Wow, hammering it in!
This is what many fans came here to see. Williamson, at his size, with his speed, so unique in his style, his grace. It's unbelievable.
It's hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-first mentality than Lonzo Ball.
I mean, total unselfishness, elite vision. Sometimes you'd like to see him penetrate a little more in the half court, but he's improving from range, and that'll open up driving lanes, and he can take advantage.
Throw good, Levine.
You know, back in 2017, Zach LaVine tore his ACL, ended a promising season with Minnesota. That offseason, while rehabbing, LaVine was traded to the Bulls, but he used both events to fuel his career.
And it's sent back by Bledsoe. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that one, good.
How about the inventiveness from Ingram? Not to only see his open teammate, but deliver the pass as well.
Here's Levine. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Able to keep his balance even while getting hit. I mean, Ball absorbs contact very well.
And Adams sends it back. Williamson finds Ball. Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will and here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want. And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review, coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same. And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pelicans on top, up 3. And we'll be back in just a... And recently we chatted with Zach LaVine about the team, and he pointed out what...
We should have energy. We should be outplaying the other team, like I said, just competitive-wise. We don't...
Greg trying to turn their youthful exuberance into a weapon.
I like that he's focused on increasing their level of activity because it's something within their control.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Pelican 5 right now. They're backcourt, Ball and Reddick. Steven Adams is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Hart in at the 3 spot.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Here's LaVine. Last game for Chicago was a loss to the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out. I thought they looked overmatched. I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there. Now, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
That free throw good from Williamson. Bulls trail by 3. Up top, Markkanen. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Playing him tough inside and prevent the layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Outside, LaVine. Pelicans with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no.
Open floor is probably where Williamson is the most dangerous. Terrific speed and change the direction of this size.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Chicago. Denzel Valentine comes in for Zach LaVine. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Valentine. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Like the vision from Porter, not just looking for his own shot, constantly looking to get it to the open man.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Valentine wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. Porter against Ingram. Here's White. His last outing, 16 points for him. And Adams sends it back. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Kenny, a few years ago, the Pelicans were a somewhat veteran group. Now they're one of the more younger rotations in the league.
Yep, things change rapidly in the NBA, but the Pelicans, they got a good leadership, and it seems to be a good decision.
And at least a couple of their prospects have star potential. Now it's just about remaining P-A-T-I-E-N-T.
Oh, what is that?
Patient.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 7. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Williams is out there with Lowry Markkanen. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
I love the effort there. It's huge whenever Markkanen uses his body and height to grab offensive boards.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
Outside, Levine. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Oh, he's the perfect alley-oop partner. Zion showing the lift. How about his hands? Then we all know how it is.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Levine lays it in. Levine's got 7.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Levine against Bledsoe. Williamson with the block.
Well, what I love about Williamson, I mean, sure, he can get up, but it's the timing of the jump that makes him special as a rim protector.
Williams against Bledsoe. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Floats it up for Williamson. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And we've reached the end of the third. Pelicans lead by 9. On New Orleans, back in a moment. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Pelicans leading by 9. At the forward slots, Ingram and Melly. Ward is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Williamson in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
270, 275, 280, who cares? He's incredibly explosive. Williamson will wear you out in there.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
So much pressure on Williamson to be a legend out of the gate. He has Hall of Fame tools, but you have to give him time to refine them.
Levine wide open. Offline with his three.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. It's just not connected.
Out left to the wing. Saturansky against Ingram. Stolen by Levine. Young outside. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. So he comes up empty, missing both. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Here's Levine to the right side. Three-pointer. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Saturansky.
No hesitation from Saturansky there. I mean, the coaching staff loves seeing him shoot confident.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. Outside, Levine. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth.
It's encouraging whenever Levine connects from mid-range. I mean, he's showing he wants to get better from it.
Ejected by Young.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run. This is what leaders do. Levine commanded the rock and coming through in the big spot.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're up by 4. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Zion Williamson.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy told the team. To be honest, he was fired up. He asked this team, how badly do you want this? Because those guys over there, they're going to give it everything they've got, which means we have to do the same. See if they can match them emotion for emotion. Kevin?
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Now, with the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
His quiet, easygoing nature, that's what ball brings. That's what makes him so likable. He's someone his team loves to play for, and they generally respect.
White, wide open, he fired. And again, no good by Chicago. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, right now it's technically a 2-possession game, but that means you'll have to hit 2 threes without your opponent scoring again.
And here are the Bulls now. 6-point game. Here's Gafford. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
A nice find by White. I mean, we want to see more of this from him. I mean, Kobe might not be a point, but he can pass.
"16 seconds left in the game. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 4. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's stolen by Adams. Ingram passes to Adams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
Second one is good. He both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
White finds Williams. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
I'll try to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. You see a lot of this now.
So we see the Pelicans get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. See you later.